I'm looking for something to watch on TV, right? So I figured let me go with things that are tried and true. Let me go with a couple of shows that have had Emmy awards or Emmy nominations, or maybe like, I don't know, Golden Globes, just something that I know people really loved.
Mm-hmm.
So have you been watching The Great on Hulu by any chance?
I don't know what that is.
It's this thing with Elle Fanning and Nicholas Hoult.
I'm out.
He used to date, I think, Jennifer Lawrence.
I'm out.
But no, well, huh?
I'm already out.
Yeah, I think. Well, I'm sure you are out, and I
Right.
am too, and I'll tell you in a second why. So I started watching. I watched the first episode of that, and I watched the first episode of Damages. Do you remember that show from like 2007 that everybody was like crazy about?
No,
it was on
No.
FX. I wasn't into it. I think I was too busy living my life. But now I look back and like Glenn Close and Rose Byrne and Tate Donovan, like this great cast. So I watched one episode of The Great, and I have this rule that if an animal is killed, I stop watching the show.
right.
I've walked out of movies the second an animal was unnecessarily killed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's not okay with me. So, spoiler alert if you didn't see The Great. In the very first episode, he buys her a pet bear and then at a party shoots it dead.
A pet
That's it.
bear. Where do you buy a
Yeah.
pet bear?
They're in Russia.
Oh.
Yeah, everybody has bears there apparently.
Okay.
It's a satire. It's supposed to be a comedy. So he's shooting all over the place. He ends up killing the bear, and it's supposed to be funny, but I was like, nope, done with you.
Mm-hmm.
So then I go to Damages, the other show I wanted to watch. The very first episode, they kill this girl's dog.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Very first episode. So I was like, okay, now I'm done with you.
It's not really killing a dog. No animals were harmed during the making of that film.
Okay, thank you for giving me the company line, the film company line. It doesn't matter. I'm still watching it, and I'm seeing an animal, even if it's a fake animal. Like the bear was so obviously CGI. It wasn't even like a real bear.
Mhm.
But still, just killing an animal really disturbs me. And my boyfriend was like, what happened to those shows you were watching? I'm like, animals. Because he knows. He knows that I have a rule. If an animal dies, I'm out. But yet, I have no problem watching horror films and true crime.
With people dying. You don't mind people dying.
No, because I guess I feel like they had it coming, maybe. They said don't go in there, and you went in there.
Right.
You know
No,
what I mean?
Saw is great. Chop somebody in half while they're still living, fine. But just don't hurt a dog.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if Saw was the exact same movie, except they were killing dogs instead of people, there's no way that anybody would have ever watched it.
Right. So a movie like John Wick, even though, it's the reason why that movie is that way is because a dog died.
Right, so I've never seen it.
Oh, so you never, okay.
I've never seen John Wick, and I won't watch it for that very reason.
Yeah, because it's the whole reason behind that movie.
Right, it's the premise behind it. So
Right.
no thank you.
There's a damn bug in here. I hate damn bugs. There's a little gnat flying around this studio, and I'm sorry, I'm going to kill this bug. You can turn the channel if you want, but I'm going to kill a bug. Is bugs okay?
Bugs you can kill. Like if I'm watching a movie and they kill a spider, I'm good with that. You can kill bugs.
This is a little gnat that's driving me insane. And every now and then he lands on my hand, and I can't get him. It's driving me nuts. But, okay, so you got to look up shows that don't kill or hurt animals. That's what you need to do.
Well, there's a website called Does the Dog Die?
Uh-huh.
And I go there before I watch a movie that I'm not sure about. Because if the dog dies, it'll say, like, yes, the dog dies in episode 7. So you can decide if you want to watch the first 6 episodes or if you don't want to watch it at all. But it tells you the show or the movie and if the dog dies or when the dog dies.
So, like a movie like Bambi, can you watch Bambi? Even though it's a cartoon?
No, I can't see animals dying. No.
It's a cartoon.
I don't care.
The
I'm
guy
out.
just drew the mom dying.
I don't care.
The deer really didn't die. It's the drawing died.
Right, but I'm emotionally involved and an animal has died, whether it's a cartoon animal. Listen, I had a hard time with the Family Guy when they killed off Brian. I was like, I can't watch this show anymore.
Right.
And then they brought him back, so I was like, okay, I can watch the show now.
Yeah, I even saw that episode the other day, and that episode still screws with me.
See, it's very upsetting because you.
But it's Brian, though.
I know, but you have a feeling for Brian. You know Brian. You've gotten to know him really well, and now he's dead. It's sad.
Yeah, how bad did he? Because I wasn't watching Family Guy back then when Brian died. I only watched it like recently. How bad did the internet blow up that they killed Brian off?
People were pissed. That's what I'm talking about. They weren't pissed. So many people have died on Family Guy over the years. Characters, people have come in and out. Nobody cares. Kill off Brian? Forget it. They got dragged so badly on social media that they brought the friggin' character back.
You could kill Meg. You could kill
exactly
anybody else, but not Brian.
Kill Meg. Kill Chris. We're good.
Right? Yeah, Chris can go away. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, Chris is useless.
And Meg, yeah.
But it's, I don't understand why they do that, especially they know there's people like me out there. So how did they think that anybody was going to continue watching? I mean, The Great is brand new on Hulu. Brand new.
Yeah,
it just got nominated for an Emmy just a couple of weeks ago. People, they want me to watch this, but they know there's people like me out there that the minute they kill an animal, we're done, and they do that the first episode.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with an animal dying. It doesn't bother me that bad.
How come?
I know the animal's not being hurt. That's the thing.
Right.
If the animal was being hurt, then I think I have an issue with it. But I know that it's a stuffed dog. It's not a real dog. I have
to say, like the dog in Damages, they really made it look really cheesy. It didn't even look like a dead dog. It looked like a dead stuffed animal. Like it's like they didn't even bother to get like a taxidermy of a dog. But it's just the idea of it. You know what I mean? Like, why do I want to watch people that would kill a dog?
Okay, but like Anchorman, when his dog dies, when Jack Black kicks the dog off the bridge. Mm-hmm. And they really made it look like a stuffed animal. So there was no way that it was actually Baxter that was being kicked. But you have a problem with that too?
Every time you make references to Anchorman, if it's anything that happened after the dog gets kicked off the bridge, I don't know what happened.
You're out. Even though you can tell it's a stuffed dog.
I don't care. I was out. Why I gotta watch a guy that wants to kick a dog? I'm not interested in anything that character has to say after that. And it's stupid on their part because there's so much competition out there. There's so much I can watch. Mm-hmm. We have Disney Plus, we have HBO Max, we have Netflix, we have Prime, we have Hulu. There's so much to watch. Like, don't kill an animal right from the very beginning and think I'm going to stick with you.
Yeah, for some reason, you and I share a Hulu account.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know how that happens, but it's a fun. I finally got the little bug. Thank God.
Congratulations. Now make a movie about it.
Okay. So I have this fun game to where I go on Hulu and I try to figure out what you watched.
I play the same game.
And the other day you had Wings. And I know that's only you that watches Wings. Nobody else that I know that has that account watches Wings.
Okay, let me just say that I didn't watch Wings. I checked it out because I didn't watch it when it was on television back then, and I happened to really like the actors in it. Mm-hmm. I had just seen Tim Daly in something else, and someone said, he used to do this show in the 90s, I think, called Wings. So I was like, let me check it out. Mm-hmm. So I watched a couple of episodes just to see if I'd like it, and the answer was I didn't.
Yeah, it's not a good show.
No, it doesn't hold up over time. I was like, Tony Shalhoub is in this, but he's not in it until like 4 seasons in. I'm not sticking around that long.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I play that fun game to see which horrible TV shows you watch.
Yeah, but then who else is on there? Because I noticed the other day, I went to pull up what I was in the middle of watching, which was like some British cop show. Mm-hmm. And what came up? Like Mary Tyler Moore or some old show from like the 70s, the 60s or 70s came up. I'm like, who the hell's watching this?
The person that owns the account. The actual person that owns the account watches things like that.
Oh, I didn't realize the person that owns the account actually uses the account.
Yes.